Hey, Abbott, what time is it?
It's time for the Abbott and Costello show. We're on the air for ABC here in Hollywood.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go with the Abbott and Costello show.
From Hollywood, it's the transcribed Abbott and Costello show with their singing stars Susan Miller and Matty Malneck's orchestra and yours truly, Michael Roy. So hold on to your chairs, folks, for here they are, Bud Abbott and Lou Costello.
All right, Costello. What have you got under your arm?
Well, my mother sent this family album over to Aunt May.
Let me see it a minute. Well, here's a picture of Uncle Mike. He's standing by Boulder Dam, isn't he?
That's not Boulder Dam. That's Aunt May. Her girdle and the camera snapped at the same time.
Say, here's a picture of your brother Pat. Wait a minute. Who's that tall, skinny girl with the curls holding his hand?
That's me.
You? Mm-hmm. I'll bet all the boys thought you were a girl.
Yes. And the nice part of it was, the girls thought I was too.
Wait a minute. Hey, how did this get in here? This is a picture of my Uncle Harry. Oh, he was a real sport, though. That's a bowling ball he has in his hand.
Bowling ball? Why is it chained to his leg? I guess when he bowls, he likes to go right down the alley, right down with the ball to see what happens, eh?
Well, never mind my relatives. Who is this man?
Well, this is my Uncle Tom. What a ladies' man he was.
The girls really went for him, eh?
Oh, no.
He don't look too sharp.
No? Well, in Patterson, New Jersey, the woman bus drivers voted Uncle Tom the man they'd most like to put the clutch on.
Oh, quiet!
Before the boys get any further involved in nonsense, here's a thought that makes good sense. Academy Award winner meets Academy Award winner on tonight's Bing Crosby Show. Bing Crosby, who won acting honors for his performance in Going My Way 4 years back, will welcome as his guest star tonight another great film actor, Jimmy Stewart. There's sure to be many a laugh as the two exchange quips. And, of course, there'll be songs sung the world-famous Crosby way. So don't miss this great Bing Crosby Show, guest starring Jimmy Stewart, tonight at 10 in the East, at 9 elsewhere. And later this evening, be sure to hear two other swell programs coming your way via ABC, the hilarious Groucho Marx Show and the lilting Tony Martin Show featuring comedian Alan Young. Every Wednesday night, tune in early, listen late for the star-studded lineup of hit shows broadcast over most ABC stations. Lionel Barrymore in Mayor of the Town, Vox Pop, Abbott and Costello, Groucho Marx, Bing Crosby, and the Tony Martin Show featuring Alan Young. And now back to ABC's Abbott and Costello Show.
Costello, your income tax blank came in this morning. Do you realize that you only have a few days left to file your income tax?
I took care of that, Abbott. And this year it's going to cost me a lot less.
Why?
I put the government down as a dependent.
You dummy, you can't do that. You don't even know the first thing about income taxes.
Is that so? Well, listen to this. First you get down to the tax bureau, walk inside. There's a guy sitting down with a lot of papers and pencils. He's the income tax collector.
That's right.
First, you take all the money you made last year.
Then?
That's all. He just takes all the money you made last year.
That's ridiculous. I'll try to explain it to you. Here, take this tax form and read the first paragraph. Are you living with husband or wife?
I have no wife, and I'm not living with my husband.
Oh, I see. You left him, eh?
Yes, because he beat me.
Why did
and
he
was
do
mean
it?
to the children. He beat me. He was mean to the children. He. Wait a minute. I haven't got any husband. I'm an old maid.
Well, all right. Well, skip that and go on to the next question. Here, read it.
It says, did you or did you not, during the fiscal year of 1947, follow procedure according to Schedule 4, Section 17, Drawing Room 8?
Well... Well, did you?
I wanted to, but I had to go by bus.
Well, never mind that. Now, about your back taxes.
Have they got taxes on backs, too? I've got enough trouble with the front.
Talk
Get this corporation tax here.
Now, about your expenses. You told me you were taking off $3,000 for tips. Isn't that kind of high for tips?
No, I didn't have a winter all year.
I noticed on your blank you have a trip to Patterson, New Jersey. $185. Coming back, $800.
That's right. Coming back, I met a blonde.
How can I help if you're going to act so dumb? You must have your taxes in by March 15th. All of us must. Our government needs that money more than ever. This year, especially for expenses here at home.
What did I do with it here at home, Abbott?
Well, for instance, there's the FHA. Do you know how that works?
Is anything like OB?
What is OB?
That's B.O., spelled backwards.
No, that's not. The FHA is the Federal Housing Administration. Now, suppose you wanted to buy a house. That cost, say, $5,000, and you only had $2,000. What would you do?
I'd marry a girl with $3,000.
Costello, how can you be such an imbecile?
I practice.
You practice. No use discussing money with you. You don't even know the difference between capital and labor.
Oh, yes, I do. Now, if I lend you $10, that's capital.
That's right.
But when I try to get it back, that's labor.
Well, never mind that. I'll explain it to you. Capital is the useful expenditure that employs labor. For example, you go into a store and you spend $1.
What do I buy?
Well, that doesn't make any difference.
It makes a difference to me. When I spend $1, I want to know what I'm getting.
I only use that as an example. I'm trying to make a point.
Yes, but you're shooting my money.
All right. What do you want to buy for your $1?
What have you got?
I haven't got anything.
And you want $1 for it? Nothing doing, Abbott. I ain't doing business with you. Your prices are too high. For something that I don't know I'm going to get.
Now, wait a minute. I'm only trying to show you how money circulates. Suppose you spend $1. It starts to circulate. 30 cents of your $1 winds up in the pocket of a man in Minnesota.
What's his name?
Whose name?
That guy in Minnesota that just clipped me for 30 cents.
No, that's just an illustration. The man could be in Florida.
How do you like that? He went south with my 30 cents.
Costello, you know so little about money, it's a wonder you are able to pay your taxes at all.
Oh, I've got all the money I need for taxes.
Then what are you worrying about?
Where can I borrow some money to live on?
Shame on you, Costello. You should pay your taxes with a smile.
I tried that, Abbott, but they want cash. Anyway, I don't think you know so much about it. My Uncle Mike figured out his tax so that the government had to give him something.
What did they give him?
2 years in Alcatraz. And then he got out.
He got out?
Yeah, then he made another smart move. 2 years in Leavenworth.
Well, never mind that. If you were married, you wouldn't have to pay so much tax. For instance, now I'm allowed $300 for my wife.
Abbott, I've seen your wife. You're a sucker if you don't grab it.
Are you two gentlemen Abbott and Costello?
Yes?
Well, I'm from the Income Tax Department, and I'm here to collect your 1950 taxes.
1950 taxes? This is only 1948.
My goodness, aren't we impatient?
Abbott, those income tax collectors are pretty sharp. They sure know how to get your money. I met an income tax man once on a plane, and we had 4 air pockets. He had his hand in every one of them.
Well, never mind that. You better get busy on your income tax. Do you have any surplus money?
I'm so broke I had to dump 4 bottles of Coca-Cola in the sink so I could collect a deposit on the bottles.
Well, being broke makes no difference. You've got to file your income tax. And remember, you've got to give them an honest count.
Abbott, how can you make such an insinuation? I always give them an honest count. I'm patriotic. And besides that, they watch you too close.
Costello, you'll never be able to make out your return. Come with me. I'm going to take you to an income tax accountant. Costello, here's the income tax accountant's office. Now, do as he tells you because he knows all about finance.
Well, I know a little about finance, too. I studied finance with Morgenthau, Rockefeller, Vanderbilt, Guggenheim, and Rita Hayworth.
Well, what could you learn from Rita Hayworth?
More than I learned from Morgenthau, Rockefeller, Vanderbilt.
Talk sense. Let's go into the accountant's office.
Oh, come right in, Mr. Abbott and Mr. Costello. What can I do for you?
Well, Costello wants to file his income tax. He's having a little trouble with the complicated form.
Oh, the forms are certainly complicated.
Yes.
The only persons who can figure them out are school teachers.
Yes, school teachers are the only ones smart enough to figure out the tax, but it don't do them no good.
Why not?
They don't make enough to pay a tax.
Well, let's get on to business. Mr. Costello, how much money did you make last year?
Well, I'm...
Speak right up, young man. Speak right up. All this information's confidential.
Well, I made...
Tell me about it. Come on, tell me about it. How much did you make?
Well, it was about...
What's the matter? Has the cat got your tongue? Get the marbles out of your mouth.
I thought only in pictures I have a stuntman.
Well, come
Now
on,
I got
Costello.
a professional spitter out of marbles.
Well, come on, Costello. Answer the man's question.
Hey, Costello, did you work last year?
Oh, yes, I had a very steady job.
What did you do?
I refereed all the fights at Ciro's.
Now, for the fiscal year of 1947, by what method did you ascertain your income?
Here, watch your language. This program is being broadcasted to school children in Japan.
You idiot. The man wants to know how you file out your form
Tax
last year.
collector wrote that joke.
Lou, the man wants to know how you filled out your form last year.
By eating mashed potatoes and banana splits.
Well, let's look over your papers. Did you make any donations to charity?
Oh, sure, I gave $502 to the Los Angeles Police Department.
Did you get a receipt?
The parking tickets are in my car.
Hold everything, Costello. After checking over your return, I find that you've earned $495 last year. And if you don't make any more money between now and March 15th, you don't have to pay any income tax.
Fine. Now, how much are you going to charge Costello for filling out his return?
Well, I have family group rates. If you could get me your Uncle Mike's business, I might get you a reduction.
Uncle Mike already filled out his tax form. He put down $59,000 tax.
Wait a minute. How can your Uncle Mike pay $59,000 tax when he only makes $14 a week?
He went down to the post office to fill out his form, and while he was standing in line, he copied from the guy in front of him.
Well, look, Costello, hasn't he any dependents?
Yes, 20 kids. 10 from Aunt May's first marriage.
Wait a minute. You mean Aunt May has 10 children from her first marriage and 10 from Uncle Mike?
Yes, he copied from the guy in front of him.
And that's only half the fun, folks. Just as many laughs yet to come. But first, listen to this. Alan Young, the personable comedy star of Wednesday night's Tony Martin show, says he got his big break in show business the hard way. When he was 18, the Canadian comic was a combination writer, actor, assistant news editor, announcer, and in his spare moments, stenographer for a small radio station. For these duties, Young received the princely sum of $15 a week. But he also received 1 or 2 fan letters. One day, armed with his fan mail, he asked for a raise. Result, he was fired. If I'd gotten the raise, says Young, I might have been there yet. And so, in Alan's opinion, getting sacked at that time was his big break. Hear Alan Young's hilarious capers later tonight on the Sparkling Tony Martin Show. And for more wonderful entertainment tonight, listen also to ABC's Great Bing Crosby Show, guest starring Jimmy Stewart, and to Groucho Marx, who follow Abbott and Costello over most of these ABC stations. And now back to ABC's Abbott and Costello Show. time for Susan Miller to make friends again while she and Matty Malneck's orchestra pass that peace pipe.
A medicine man I met said, don't get yourself in a sweat. When things look gray, just shrug and say, it must have been something I ate. So if your temper's getting the top hand, all you gotta do is just stop and pass that peace pipe and bury that hatchet like the Choctaws, Chickasaws, Chattahoochee, Chippewas do. If you're feeling mad as a wet hen, mad as you can possibly get, then pass that peace pipe and bury that tomahawk like those Chechemex, Cherokees, Chapultepecs too. Don't be cranky, try to use a little restraint. Fold that hanky and wipe off all of that war paint. And if you find yourself in a fury, be your own judge and your own jury. Pass that peace pipe and bury that hatchet like the Choctaws, Chickasaws, Chattahoochee, Chippewas do. Write that apology and dispatch it. When you quarrel, it's grand to patch it. Pass that peace pipe and bury that hatchet like the Choctaws, Chickasaws, Chattahoochee, Chippewas, and those Chechemex, Cherokees, Chapultepecs, and those Chicoutamis, Chepachets, and Chickapees, Cho-Cho, Chungo, Chattanooga, Chickaros.
Oh, boy, I'm happy. Boy, am I happy. No income tax to pay. No problems.
Here I am.
Up to now.
Well, if it isn't my sweet little wife, Betty. How are you, Betty, darling?
Buddy, I'm so excited. I just came from the doctor, and he's going to change my nose.
That's good. Maybe this time they'll put it in the middle of your face.
Costello, my wife is talking about beauty treatment.
Oh, yes, tomorrow I'm going to the beauty parlor and get one of those new facial cocktails.
And while you're there, see if you can't get a new shaker to go with it.
Why, you button nose! You bow-legged baboon, you.
Oh, I'm not so bow-legged.
Oh, no? Well, you're the only man I know that can get out of both sides of a taxicab at the same time.
Oh, Betty, you're sure sharp tonight. I go for you.
Oh, yes, buddy, and I go for you.
And I go for you.
And I go for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have just heard from a couple of gophers.
Now, you go ahead, Costello. Insult me all you want, but my husband thinks I'm beautiful. Don't you, buddy, dear?
Yes, darling. Your hair looks beautiful tonight.
Oh, well, it should. I just had it washed.
Oh, I could tell that, Mrs. Abbott.
Oh, you could?
The laundry tag is still tied to your bangs.
Well, what's the idiot so happy about tonight?
Oh, Costello just filed his personal income tax.
Oh, you fat little businessman, you. I'd hate to pay a tax on your corporation. I taxed my brain for that one.
Mrs. Abbott, there's no tax on abandoned property.
That reminds me that I owe you $20 for mowing the lawn last month.
Oh, that's swell. And I certainly could use...
Hey, wait a minute. Don't take it, Costello. Remember what the man said about taking any more money before March 15th?
Ooh, that's right.
Hey.
Mrs. Abbott, I don't want your money.
Well, but you did the work, and the money is yours.
Oh, Mrs. Abbott, you couldn't force me to take that money.
Well, if you won't take the money, then I must give you a great big kiss.
You forced me. Goodbye, Mrs. Abbott.
Now, Costello, look what you've done. You've got $20 too much money.
Abbott, don't let him put me in jail.
Hiya, fellas.
Well, it's our orchestra leader, Matty Malneck.
Abbott, maybe I can unload this dough on him. Say, Matty, could you use $20?
No, I got plenty of money. I just sold an invention for automobiles that will save racehorse players a lot of money.
Wait a minute. How can an attachment for an automobile save racehorse players a lot of money?
Every time it gets within 7 miles of a racetrack, the car blows up. By the way, Costello, here's the $20 I borrowed from you last Saturday.
Oh, I forgot about that, Matty. You want to give me money? Oh, no.
Costello, remember your income tax?
I did. That's what I remembered. Matty, you couldn't force me to take that money.
Okay. If you won't take the money, I'll give you a swell routine that I wrote for you and Abbott. You say to Abbott, what's on first? And Abbott says, no, who's on first and what's on second? And you say, I don't know.
Wait a minute. That's enough. Wait a minute. You forced me. Give me the money.
Okay. So long, fellas.
Costello, you did it again. Now you've got $40 too much money.
I'll get rid of it. I'll go out and spend it.
What can you buy with $40?
Well, if you lend me $5, that will make $45, and I might be able to buy a couple of pork chops.
Well, hello, boys.
Look, Costello, it's Susan Miller.
Hello, Costello, honey. I haven't seen you since the cocktail party last Saturday. Did you get home all right?
Yes, but I woke up the next morning with 2 big circles under my eyes.
From staying up late?
No, somebody set a couple of wet beer glasses on my face.
By the way, Costello, I'm selling raffle tickets for my club. They're $5 apiece, and
I'll buy 8 of them.
Costello, 8 tickets would be $40. Can you afford to buy 8?
I can't afford to buy any less.
Costello, I appreciate your spirit, but you couldn't force me to take that money.
Susan, you sell me 8 tickets and take this $40 or I'll kiss you right here.
You forced me. Here's the tickets. Goodbye.
Nice work, Costello. That $40 you gave Susan brought you back to your $495, your original non-taxable income. Now, do you think you can keep from making any more money before March 15th, please?
Oh, certainly. My Uncle Tom taught me that a man can do anything that he puts his mind to. Uncle Tom once made up his mind to be a butterfly. He hollered, I'm a butterfly. I'm a butterfly.
Did he turn into a butterfly?
No, but they took him away in a net.
Boys, I rushed back here just as fast as I could. Have you heard the news? This is the last thing you'd ever expect to happen here.
Don't tell me the Republicans nominated Henry Wallace.
No, I mean the news about the raffle tickets I sold you. Somebody won a lot of money.
Oh, that's all right, Susan. I expected to lose, but I'll be a big success someday.
Costello, to be a success, you've got to have brains.
I got brains.
And you've got to work hard.
I'll work hard.
And you've got to keep away from women.
I'll work hard. Who cares about money? I even wish I had more money to lose.
You have now.
Good. And I'm... What did you say, Susan?
Yes, Costello. The 8 chances you took from me won the first 8 prizes in the raffle. And here is the money. $3,000.
Oh, Susan, what have you done to me? After what we've meant to each other, I've always treated you nice. I took you out, took you to the swellest places, showed you a good time, and now, a few days before the income taxes are due, you put me in a higher bracket. Oh, I wish I was dead.
Costello, I don't understand you. Well, why don't you take the $3,000 and sink it in something?
That's a great idea. Where is the nearest river?
Come on, Costello. We've got to work fast. See you later, Susan.
Abbott, what do we do now?
Why, you ingrate. You and your raffle tickets. Here I work my fingers to the bone. I slave. I stay up nights thinking how to keep you broke. And you go behind my back and win $3,000. Why? Why do you do these things to me?
Oh, I'm a bad boy.
I'll say you are. You know, I've come to the conclusion you have the brain of a low-grade moron.
Abbott, you can have it back anytime you want it.
Now, you listen to me. You got to get rid of that $3,000, or we'll have to pay income tax on it now.
That's impossible.
What do you mean?
$3,000 won't pay the income tax on $3,000. I wonder how I can get rid of this money.
Wait a minute, I've got it. We'll give $1,000 apiece to the first 3 people we meet.
Oh, pardon me, gentlemen, but I'm in distress. Will you help me out?
Help you out of distress? Lady, you can't walk around the street without a dress. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Look, when I say distress, I don't mean distress like the dress I'm wearing. I mean distress like distress you're in when you're in distress.
Madam, where do you live?
At the YWCA.
Abbott, how do you like that? They're doing our routines at the YWCA now.
Oh, cut this out, Costello. Come on, give this lady $1,000.
$1,000?
That's right. And here it is. $1,000 right on the nose. Be happy.
Be happy? I certainly will. Oh, thank you. Goodbye.
Well, come on, Costello. Come on. You've got $2,000 left. Let's get rid of it. Fast.
All right, you guys. This is a stick-up.
Oh, please. Mister, don't point that gun at me.
Shut up and heist him.
Mr. Burglar, will you please say heist him again?
What for?
My pants are falling down.
Now, don't be a wise guy. My trigger finger is itching.
Do you want me to scratch it for you?
Come on, hand over that dough.
Costello, here's your chance to get rid of the other $2,000.
Hey, that's right. Here, Mr. Burglar, here is $2,000 for you.
What?
I wish you had stuck me up 5 minutes ago. I'd have given you $3,000.
There's something fishy about this stick-up. Why are you so happy to get rid of this dough?
Well, you see, Mr. Costello wants to get rid of this money. It's almost income tax time, and that $2,000 puts him in a higher income bracket.
Oh, that's different. Hey, wait a minute.
Whoa, what's the matter?
I'm just figuring me earnings for this year. Let me see. Well, I heist at the bank in Frisco. That's $21,000. The bank in Oakland, that was $2,000. Then I stuck up the bank in Pismo Beach.
Bank in Pismo Beach. You must have got a few thousand clams out of there.
Yeah, I can't pay income tax on all that loot. I've got to get rid of it.
Yes, sir, and you better do it before March 15th.
March 15th? I ain't going to get rid of it right now. Here, Fatso. Here's $35,000. So long, Joyce.
What am I going to do with all this money?
Give it to somebody, quick.
Here comes a lady. I'll give it to her. Pardon me, madam. Would you like to...
Oh, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Hey, Abbott, it's the same lady I gave the $1,000 to.
Yes, I am. And remember when you gave me the $1,000, you said, be happy.
Yes?
Well, Be Happy won the race and paid 90 to 1.
No.
Here's your share.
No.
$45,000.
No, Abbott, get me out of here!
Now, before Abbott and Costello have their final fling, we bring you one more thought on this subject. After Abbott and Costello take their leave for the evening, their leave and anything else that isn't tied down, you'll hear another program that's packed with laughs from start to finish, The Groucho Marx Show. Yes, stay tuned for Groucho. Then keep tuned to ABC for more wonderful entertainment. Tonight at 10 in the East, at 9 elsewhere, there's The Great Bing Crosby Show, with Bing's special guest, talented film favorite Jimmy Stewart. Following Bing comes comedy and lilting melody on The Tony Martin Show, featuring funny man Alan Young, with songs by Tony and lovely Evelyn Knight, and the music of Victor Young's orchestra and the Jeff Alexander Chorus. Next week, hear the complete star-studded lineup of hit programs broadcast each Wednesday night over most ABC stations. Mayor of the Town with Lionel Barrymore, Vox Pop, Abbott and Costello, Groucho Marx, Bing Crosby, and The Tony Martin Show featuring Alan Young. Remember, from early to late, the listening's great on ABC Wednesday nights. And now back for a final word from ABC's Abbott and Costello Show. And now, here are Abbott and Costello with a final word.
Well, that takes care of your tax for 1947, Costello. Now, did you send in your estimated tax for 1948?
What do you mean?
The estimated blank. The one where you're supposed to guess what you're going to make this year.
Oh, sure. I sent that in, but I didn't put my name on it.
Why didn't you put your name on it?
If they want me to guess what I'm going to make this year, let them guess who sent it.
Listen each Wednesday night at this time for another great Abbott and Costello show, produced and transcribed in Hollywood by Charles Vanda and featuring Susan Miller and Matty Malneck's orchestra. This is Michael Roy saying goodbye until this same time next Wednesday. Be sure to stay tuned for the outstanding entertainment which follows throughout the evening on this ABC station.